At 15, I decided to do my history project on nuclear testing in the Marshall Islands. Time to learn my history, I decide. I weave through book after article after website, all on how the US wants to use my island home for nuclear testing. I sift through political jargon, tables of nuclear weapons with names like Operation Bravo, Crossroads, and Ivy. Quotes from generals like, 9,000 people are out there. Who cares? I'm not mad at all, really. I already knew all of this. I glanced at a photograph of a boy, peeled skin, arms, legs suspended, a puppet, next to a lab coat lost in his clipboard. I read first-hand accounts of what we call jelly babies, tiny beings with no bones, skin, red tomatoes, the miscarriages gone, unspoken, the broken translations. I never told my husband. I thought it was my fault. I thought there must be something wrong inside me. I flipped through snapshots of American Marines and nurses branded white with bloated grins, sucking beers and tossing beach balls along our shores. And my islander ancestors, cross-legged before a general, listening to his fairy tale about how it's for the good of mankind to hand over our islands. Let them blast radioactive energy into our lazy-limbed coconut trees, our sagging breadfruit trees, our busy fishes that sparkle like new sun into our coral reefs, brilliant as an aurora borealis woven beneath a glassy sea. God will thank you, they told us. Yeah. As if God himself ordained those powdered flakes to drift onto our skin, our hair, our eyes, to seep into our bones, we mistook radioactive fallout for snow. God will thank you, they told us. As if God's just been waiting for my people to vomit all of humanity's sins onto impeccable white shores, gleaming like the cross burned into our open, scarred palms. At one point in my research, I stumbled along a photograph of goats tied to American ships, bored and munching on tubs of grass. At the bottom, a caption read, "Goats and pigs were left on naval ships as test subjects. Thousands of letters flew in from America protesting animal abuse." At 15, I want megatons of TNT, radioactive energy in a fancy degree, anything and everything I could ever need to send ripples of death through people who put goats before human beings, so their skin can shrivel beneath the glare of hospital room lights 3 generations later as they watch their grandmother, their mother, their auntie's life drift across that same black screen, knots of knuckles tied to steel beds, cold and absent of any breath, but I'm only 15. So I finished my project. Graph my people's death by cancer and canned food diabetes on flowcharts in 3D. Glue stick my ancestors' voice onto a poster board I bought from Office Max. Staple tables screaming the 23 millions of dollars stuffed into our mouths generation after generation after generation. And at the top, I spray painted in bold stenciled yellow, "For the good of mankind," and entered it into a school district-wide competition called History Day. My parents were quietly proud, and so was my teacher. And when the 3 balding white judges finally came around to my project, one of them looked at it and said, "Yeah, but it wasn't really for the good of mankind though, was it?" And it lost.